Yeah, let them know.
Sorry, my
I am-
ideas. Crotch.
I am very. Yeah, those things are weapons.
Hello, and thank you very much for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can download many more episodes at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com.
Do I sound better, by the way?
You
Do I
sound fantastic. Yeah.
Right. God darn squirrels, I tell you. 5, 4,
Wake up every day saying that.
3, 2. Well, we continue our buddy series with this one. I thought Sarah would surprise me and come in and do the show because this was her pick. And, Sarah, when you listen to this episode, I'm sorry. I'm going to destroy every second of this. We're talking about, I'm going to murder it to the name. Romy, and Michele.
You watched the movie and you heard them say her name, Romy.
Romy. Okay, so one eye was on the phone, one eye was at the TV screen.
Of course, I would expect nothing less of you watching it like this.
This was bad. Eric, how the hell you doing?
I am excited to review this one. Is this your first time watching this movie?
First time ever. I never heard of this movie until I went on Hulu, and it's on Hulu, and I saw the poster of the two women with their legs up, and I was like, oh, I've seen this in video stores and stuff. I've seen this poster. It looked stupid to me then, and it's stupid to me now.
Then I have to ask, going into this, what did you expect from this movie? The poster reads "The Blonde Leading the Blonde." It's two blondes in very bright colored wardrobe, and obviously in a 90s era style comedy. Directed by a guy named David Merkin.
I guess because since I did research on this, I Googled it and found out that this is now considered to be a cult classic. I was expecting Legally Blonde, a movie that, like, on paper sounds absolutely stupid, but just has this charm on it. Bring It On, if you will. Mean Girls. Like, I was expecting a very, very stupid movie, but also have some charm, some weight about it. But no, I didn't get that. I got Rob Schneider's hot chick. That's what I got. Lisa Kudrow, stay. Have you seen, besides one or two from Jennifer Aniston and the Scream saga, can you name anything that the Friends cast has done successfully outside of Friends?
Yeah, I certainly can. Wait, which ones did you say that I couldn't say?
Well, I mean, no, I'm saying you can, but like Jennifer Aniston had a few, like with the breakup, whatnot, and she was in the first Leprechaun movie. But then
that was before Friends.
I know, right? Nobody knows. She tries to get herself away from that. David Schwimmer voices the giraffe on Madagascar, and Courtney Cox does the Scream franchise. But like Phoebe, oh my God, whatever, Lisa Kudrow, whatever she does. Matt LeBlanc can't do anything. Even his spin-off show got canceled in a season. And, well, I mean, Matthew Perry's dead, so.
R.I.P. But, no, they all vaguely had successful kind of careers. But here's the thing is that, like, David Schwimmer, I know, had a few of his movies. He did, like, App Pupil. He did, like, Breast Men. He did Band of Brothers. And he did it. But a lot of his stuff was, he moved, like most people do, he moved behind the camera.
Right.
Like he did a lot of production, and he did some directing as well too, as he should. Matthew Perry had some success doing his rom-com stuff. We all love Fools Rush In, of course. Whole 9 Yards was a funny one, and anything that he did, basically just some TV show projects after that and some stuff. Matt LeBlanc, I think, started to do stage for a little bit, or basically any project that would take him.
Yeah, I mean, when you played the half-wit dumb friend on a show, you're gonna get casted as that.
Right. And I know that Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox had no problem with their sex appeal and basically just doing their projects. Jennifer Aniston became popular just because I think she was dating Brad Pitt, and that really upped her career, and she was able to do a lot after that too. Then she just looks great. So does Courtney Cox, who then married David Arquette. And so the
WCW champion.
Yeah. But Lisa Kudrow had a long long-standing career in doing vocal work and side roles before Friends. And so a lot of that she just kind of went back into. She's obviously not hurting for money. So she was able to really just do a lot of that, right?
Well, the whole time in this movie, I was not seeing that she was playing Michelle. I see she was playing a young Phoebe, in my opinion, right? I mean, and I'm not saying that because I'm trying to typecast her. It's just, I mean, any actor can step outside their role. It's just that I don't think Lisa Kudrow has any range other than the goofy, fun, nod your head, bubbly friend. Like, I just think that's what she can do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna knock you there because a lot of her movies were in characters, both in voice and in real life, were kind of in that same part. She was in Analyze This. She was in Mad About You, or I'm sorry, not Mad About You. What's that one other? Lucky Numbers. Remember
Mad
that?
About You.
She was in Lucky Numbers with John Travolta. So
Yeah.
she didn't step out of comedy too much. There's
No.
maybe a few where she tried to do some dramatic, but a lot of it she just stayed in the role of comedy.
You know what's hilarious is that I went on an IMDb yesterday when I watched this movie. I hope to God you don't know this. And I hope that our audience, especially Sarah who's listening to this, doesn't know this. Do you know there's a prequel movie?
To this movie?
Yeah, there's a prequel.
Oh God.
That takes place in 1990 LA. And guess who's Lisa Kudrow's character? Guess who it's played by?
Who?
Katherine Heigl.
Really? Oh, poor Katherine Heigl.
Yeah, it's called
In the Beginning.
Yeah, the beginning, yeah.
Romy Michelle's High School Reunion in the Beginning. I'm looking at it right now. Oh my goodness.
Called, but the title doesn't make any sense. It's like Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion, the beginning, and it takes place in 1990, and they graduated high school in 87. So why call it? Just call it by their first names. Bad title. Stupid title.
Graduated in 87, and 3 years later they are taken to Los Angeles.
So why is it called? Why is it called High School Reunion?
Well, the first movie is them going to their high school reunion, which is all about
right. But why is the prequel called Romy and Michelle High School Reunion?
I guess this is the 10 years that were in between the graduation and the high school reunion, right?
Yeah, but why call it that? And again, I'm on that again. But like, you can't call the movie Romy and Michelle's. Just call it Romy and Michelle, the beginning. Like, why put high school reunion? And that doesn't make any sense.
What? I think you're lost here.
Okay.
The first movie is Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. The prequel, as you say, and that I'm just now learning about, and I'm. I don't want to watch, but I'm still, now that we're talking about it, I'm getting more curious. It's called Romy and Michelle's in the Beginning.
Oh, it's not called High School Reunion.
It's not called High School Reunion.
Okay, no. Thank God, because I thought that's what you said the title was, and I was pissed.
No.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
That's what I just said. I literally thought you said that the title was Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion, ... the beginning.
No, that would be...
And I was mad.
That would be
I was
weird.
Mad.
Yeah.
It has a 4.2 or something like that on IMDb. This movie's terrible. I don't know when it came out, but this is way before Katherine Heigl was popular.
2005.
Whoa, this was right like before like Knocked Up and stuff. Like this is right in the beginning here.
Is this Katherine Heigl when she was taking whatever she could get, kind of a thing? When did Knocked Up come up? Oh, we're digressing a bit.
That was 08. I know, but
that was
Knocked Up
was 07. And then she was in
07.
Grey's Anatomy in the same year, 2005, right?
Yeah, 2005.
All right, so this is before she started to badmouth all the writers and get blacklisted from Hollywood.
Right. Speaking of blacklisted from Hollywood, let's go back to this movie. So what's the name of this actress that's with Lisa Kudrow?
Mira Sorvino.
She got blacklisted. I guess she was an up and coming starlet, if you will. And the rumor around the campfire is that she didn't like taking advice from Harvey Weinstein, or she didn't like taking any other thing from Harvey Weinstein.
Oh.
And she didn't act for a while. Harvey Weinstein blacklisted her. I don't see it. I also don't see, meaning that I think it's terrible what he did, but I don't see how she's an up-and-coming star. Her voice was really raspy and weird. I mean, like, you wouldn't think that she would be popular. So what am I missing about this actress that everybody else seems to like? Or am I on the ball here?
No, I think that around the time of the late 90s, there was something about the blonde or the dirty blonde actress that really was popular. And whether it be her or what was another one that competed with, like
Michelle Williams.
Yeah, Elizabeth Shue, Reese Witherspoon, yeah, Michelle Williams. Like it was really just a time for the blondes. Tara Reid, it was huge, and she was actually one of the blondes that could act.
Right.
I know that this movie is not a good one to highlight that, but she is very much playing a character, down to the dumb voice and the weird looks that she gives. But I know her
Good.
from Mimic, and I know her from the Replacement Killers.
She was in Mimic. Okay.
Yes.
We thought Relic or Mimic, so she was in Mimic.
Yeah, it was one of the two, and I know because they came out right around the same time.
Well, they're the same movie in a way.
They are the same movie.
Yeah,
same year.
Relic, I believe, is the one was in the museum.
Yeah, that's one with Tom Sizemore.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was one in the museum. That one was really cool.
That was. Oof. Okay. So she doesn't actually talk like this. Then she doesn't have kind of like that weird, kooky, deep voice. Like that's not
Newts. No, she just.
That's okay. All right, I was curious because I don't think any of these. Like I said before, Lisa Kudrow played to her strengths. I knew I was in trouble. Call me as you will. I knew I was in trouble. I'm on Hulu. I press play, and we get the New Line logo. Which, if you're a horror fan or Lord of the Rings fan, you're excited when you see that logo. Anything else, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Especially in the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, whew, National Lampoon Senior Trip, everybody.
I have that on DVD, buddy.
It's terrible.
Jeremy Renner in one of his first roles.
Oh, it's so This is why I've said this all the time. This is why we're friends. Tell me one other person. Probably you do. Probably tell me one other person that would bring those references up. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna watch that movie soon because of that.
I'm the only one that brings it up. Anyway, the movie starts with no doubt I'm just a girl in the world, man. Like I just knew I was in trouble. I'm sitting on the couch, press play, no doubt, just a girl comes on. I look at Gina and I went, oh, here we go. Like that song is not what this movie's about. I can't believe they put that song in this movie. And I was checked out before I even saw an image. I was checked out.
Oh, come on, bud.
I was. I'm being dead serious. I'm not playing a skit here.
You're a movie guy. You got to give a movie a chance at least.
Right, but I knew what kind of movie I was getting at this point.
Oh yeah,
right?
It doesn't hide the fact.
Right. Not to get crazy with politics, but I'm Just a Girl is a deeper song than what it sounds like it is. I think we can both agree on that. And I think they just put this song in because it was the flavor of the month, and it's like, oh, they're two girls. And do you listen to the lyrics? Like, okay, all right, here we are.
That's all that you'll let me be.
And two loser friends living in LA. One works, Rami works at a Jaguar dealership, and Michele doesn't do anything. I mean, nothing.
She's currently unemployed.
She's been unemployed, they said, since they moved to LA in the 90s, in 1990.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get more answers when we watch and review the beginning.
We're
right along with House on Haunted Hill 2.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where this movie starts, to be honest with you. So,
LA 97.
Yeah, LA 97. I thought Judgment Day happened then, but I was wrong. And they're just two loser buddy friends hanging out.
This is almost like a female version of The Night at the Roxbury, where they don't do anything. They're obviously a little bit tight on money. They're broke, and they just go clubbing, and they're just trying to find some guys, but no one's ever good for them, and they have high standards.
I would date them.
Well, of course.
I mean, I don't have any standards.
If they showed up into a club wearing what they were wearing, I would be like, yeah, maybe for some fun, but then you feel like the living situation, like, oh, this is actually kind of weird.
Did you see Big Kahuna Burger in that too? In the apartment with their trash?
No, I didn't.
Please make sure I'm right on this, but I think she was dating Tarantino, Romy.
Oh yeah, probably.
And there's a cigarette commercial for Red Apple cigarettes.
For Red Apple, yeah.
Yeah, there's a Big Kahuna Burger there and stuff. So there's that connection.
There you go. This is in the same universe then.
This would be technically the same universe, which 97, that's when Jackie Brown happened in LA. So Jackie Brown's happening. Maybe right down the street.
Oh, there we go. I thought I saw Chris Tucker in the movie.
Yeah. Maybe De Niro and Bunny's having a good time. So okay, so there's clubbing. They don't look ridiculous to me, right? They look like LA girls would in the 90s, like jelly bracelets, short skirts, and Steve Madden, pumps.
Yeah, they're basically playing the role of a bimbo, if we could say that, right? Where they're just self-absorbed in their own little world.
And Rami is a receptionist for Jaguar.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, you got the loser mechanics that are trying to get after her, blah blah blah. And then the movie.
That guy, by the way, Ramon, I recognized him almost immediately when he came up, and I was like, I bet you any money that's the guy from Next Friday who plays.
It is
Baby Joker.
That's exactly who I saw, because 2 years later in '99 he was playing Baby Joker. Hey, let go of my dog, Chico.
Hey, Holmes. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly. But you and I have seen this guy before in other movies.
Well, plays your typical token Mexican. He was in Selena.
Yeah, which is like that other guy. There's like tons of them.
Yeah, I mean, but he's just Mexican. Yeah, exactly. Like the other guy, Hector, who was, I think he was the other one of the other Jokers, right?
Right, and then what about the other Asian guy in the 80s that was in every like the Asian guy in Die Hard, and he was in like Commando, but anyway.
James Hong.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, had the mustache.
Yeah. He was in Last Action Hero that we reviewed.
Yeah, he got killed by a snow cone in his head.
That's right.
So, no, an ice cream cone. So all they do was club, and then we go back in time to 87. The one thing that I will actually get this movie props is if somebody were to dig this up out of a time capsule, this actually, in my opinion, does well on depicting the 90s and the late 80s, to be honest with you. And I know they were filmed in the mid to late 90s, but still, though, the music, the atmosphere, the outfits, the way the girls talked, that's so 90s.
Yeah.
Right. And then the late 80s, you got Lisa Kudrow dressing up like Madonna, the music, the fashion. Because remember how the early 80s was big hair and bold and bright colors and neon. And by the end of the 80s, it was all black and gray and somber, right? So that was good. Janine Garoppolo. So I'm not a Gen Xer, but she was popular. Why?
She's a writer on SNL. She's a comedian.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying I don't like her, or I don't get why what's your, just like the same reason people like Sarah Silverman. I just don't get her.
Kind of the same thing, but I've always liked Janine Garofalo. Are you saying you don't? Man, that's great.
I don't really know.
She's the alternative comedian. She's the alt girl, right? Where stereotypically you have these blondes who are tall and pretty, and she's the short, dark-haired girl that gets ignored, and she's sarcastic and she's brainy. And she represents the other part. I don't know. I've always had a thing for her, but then again, I've seen her in a lot of other stuff too. I think a good way to probably put her into what kind of role you're thinking of is there's a movie with her and Uma Thurman, The Truth About Cats and Dogs.
Oh, okay. Yep.
With you know that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And which is, I think, is a fantastic movie. That's another one that really shows the 90s very well. But it just shows who she is, what kind of character she is.
Didn't she do Daria?
Did she do Daria? She
Or
was
was that just kind of based off of her?
She did a lot of other characters. I don't know if she did Daria. Here, let me look it up real quick.
La 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 la.
It might have just been inspired by her, but
that's what I'm wondering if it was inspired by or if it was her. So I'm kind of curious on that. But so we go back to the late 80s, and because Romy and Michele are like, oh no, we were like the A group of friends. We were like the B group of friends, right? They were trying to remember, right, like where they fit in high school, and then we get to see that they were like D level, right? Like you had the very popular girls that were so fake, like, oh my God, Valley Girl kind of stuff, right? And they're in Tucson, Arizona. That's where they went to school, and you have those group of friends. You have the gorgeous long-haired jock who can't really speak or think for himself. We're in very good territory, right? We have seen this before. You know, we are here. And then Romy and Michele are just best friends, but they don't really hang out with Janine Garoppolo. Or that other guy who has been in so many movies, right? One of the bad guys in GoldenEye. I am invincible.
Boris.
Which he did after this, right? Because GoldenEye came out in '95.
Yeah, you're talking about Alan Cumming.
Right. I've seen him so much.
Nightcrawler in X2.
Mm-hmm. He did other things too, right? Wasn't he in Mask 2?
He is your classic character actor, but he's also, I think he lately play like a very well dressed kind of a. He's just a character actor, man. He can do it all. He's got a big range.
Have you found out if Janine Garoppolo was
no
Daria?
affiliation with Daria? No.
It's probably just inspired.
She has worked with Mike Judge before. Mike Judge, and he did Daria, so
right.
There might be, but no, well, there isn't because she's not in. She hasn't done anything with Daria.
Meaning that I'm saying that Mike Judge probably thought of her when he wrote the character.
You'd think so, but again, I think that in that time, you had your bubblegum pop, just kind of that type of girl, like the Britney Spears, the very Romy and Michele, the kind of these pretty princesses. But then you had these girls who didn't meet that image, and there wasn't really much for them, so they went the other way, right? Think of Clueless, kind of in the same way, right? Where you have the popular girls who are fashionistas who can dress well and who are able to coordinate and be social, and then you have the other girls who just aren't so much interested in that. Maybe they're interested in other things. Or maybe 10 Things I Hate About You would be a good way to put that, right? Your favorite movie that you talked about? That you constantly talk about?
I don't talk about it at all.
All the time.
You bring it up more than me. No, that's not true. You're lying. Just like you said, we reviewed Game Night. Sorry.
Open that movie, buddy. Open that movie and you watch it.
No, because anyway. So they're not as cool as they were. So Lisa Kudrow has a brace around her body because she has scoliosis. Is that why?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I never saw anybody wear a brace like that in school. Maybe that was an 80s thing. And they're not cool. And now they realize, hey, we have our 10-year reunion. So I'm like, oh my God, they're 28. And by the way, we're older than those girls, right? We're in our late 30s. And we don't look as old as they do at their 28s. I'm just saying. People back then look haggard.
Yeah, Gen X got it rough, man. Well, this is when smoking was allowed everywhere.
Right, because Janine Garoppolo eventually grows up and develops or invents paper that burns quicker for cigarettes.
Right.
Which doesn't make any sense because if you're a cigarette smoker, you want that to last as long as you possibly can.
Yeah, but if you're a cigarette company, you'd want that thing to burn real quick so people can buy more.
That's why they brought the shorts, bud. Remember the shorts?
What, from Fifth Element? No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, from Fifth Element. Those were short. Multipass.
Canadian cigarettes are shorter. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
They come in packed 25 instead of 20, and they're shorter.
Oh. Thank you.
Yeah, now you know. And I remember the short period of when I did smoke cigarettes, I was a slow smoker. Put it in my mouth, kind of give a little tongue play, kiss it a little bit.
Right.
Really get the full flavor of it. But there are
Yeah.
other people who obviously weren't there to play, and they would just suck the thing down, and you could put a stopwatch to that thing. But what the hell? They're just big old deep drags. So, listen, people smoke differently.
Yes, you do. All right, so now these girls realize, hey, we got to go to our 10-year high school reunion, and we don't have anything to show for it, right? One of us is unemployed. The other of us works as a receptionist in Jaguar, which isn't, I guess, a bad job, right? In L.A., you're working at Jaguar. That's a cool
It's not
job.
a glam job either.
No, but they got to impress, right? This is very standard, right? Like, you go to a high school reunion, and if you decide to go, you need to impress. All those people that dragged you down back in the days, you got to show them that you have money. So they decide to try to get jobs and boyfriends. What every young woman needs is jobs and boyfriends. This is not, what's the word? This is not thinking forward, ladies, right? This is of the times.
Yeah.
If you will.
They're just trying to make it seem like they've lived a life.
Uh-huh. So they're striking out on the boyfriends, which I call BS on, because Romy is in charge of finding boyfriends. And she didn't really try that hard, right? We saw one scene of her talking to one dude, and she walked away because he said he was a suit salesman. That sounds like a nice job.
Yeah, I don't know if she just wants a guy in finance.
Did she want to have Steve Jobs? Did she think Steve Jobs back then would be at that kind of club? Like, I think a suit salesman is a nice job.
That's the joke, right? Where she's like, "Where do we go to find guys?" And she's like, "Oh, so and so met her one boyfriend husband at the AA meeting."
Yeah, and she's like, "I'm an alcoholic." And Michelle's trying to get jobs. She's trying to hustle. She can't get any job. She goes to Rodeo Drive. She strikes out, and then she gets a job working.
She does a Pretty Woman kind of a thing.
She does?
Yeah, remember they did the part of the they were watching Pretty Woman and kind of joking about it. But then she goes to Versace to try to get a job, and they're like, "No, thank you," and kind of paying a little tip of the hat to.
Oh, is that what that was? Because the one I liked Lisa Kudrow in was when she went to the next guy, and she was trying to sell herself being more than what she was. I thought she did a good job. She sold me.
At the Versace store or at the?
No, there was another store before.
Oh yeah.
But the guy was like, "You can work at our department store." Now here's the thing, right there, and I think that's the joke, right? Is Romy found a guy who was interested in her, who was a suit salesman, and Michelle got a job at a department store. But because their standards, they want to work there. Just work there and date the guy, and make it sound like something that it's not, right? That's what you do.
But then they'd be settling, Jordan. And this movie's not about settling. It's about being yourself.
The movie's about finding a man.
And getting a job.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Am I?
Yes.
This movie's so about finding a man.
This movie's about being yourself.
With a man.
A rich one.
A rich one. Okay, so they strike out on that, and then they're like, "Oh my God, here's an idea. How about Romy goes to the Jaguars shop and pretend to have a sexual encounter with Jose, whatever his name is,
Ramon,
and she didn't sell that very well, did she?
No, but neither did Ramon.
Well, do guys usually make noises, Eric?
No, but I also am not going to encourage my partner to be like, say, Eric, is that an earthquake? Eric, you're the man. You're the that's a bit fake, and it's just like I don't know. My ego doesn't need to be stroked that much, especially if we're already in the bedrooms. Like my ego's good enough there.
I'm gonna do that.
I don't. Thanks, Jordan. I don't need you to.
I'm gonna do it.
To scream out compliments and going, "Oh my God,
that's hilarious!" Though,
but wow, that's the point.
Right? That was her. Right? That was the point of it. Right? That's a joke. That actually had Gina laughing on that one. I don't know. I guess that's the thing because all the women
It's silly humor,
right.
which is a lot of this movie. Dubbed as a screwball comedy, by the way.
I believe it. So they get the Jaguar, and we get the fun little joke of "We're ready to go, woo!" and it backfires. And then the first time was chuckle. The second time was funny. The third time was yawn. And then they eventually go and they have their Thelma and Louise moment, right? Because they wore like the head scarves, right? I was thinking of Louise. And this is where Romy decides that, hey, she developed Post-its.
She's come up with her lie, right?
Right. She comes with her lie that they're successful business women. Oh, backtrack too. I love how they go to the diner to that old lady who I've seen hundreds of times in movies. And they're like, yes, we'll have the businesswoman lunch. And she's like, what are you talking about? We don't have that. Yeah, I found that funny. Oh, well, the businesswoman lunch. And then eventually, can we get hamburger and fries? Okay, I'm just going to be just blunt and just ask. Is the movie telling me that these girls are stupid? Because Romy has to understand that Post-its were invented even when she was in grade school, right? I mean, like...
Are you just now picking that up? Yeah, well...
No, I'm just saying, I'm due for the show, Eric.
Yeah, but yeah, they are. They're dumb as not dirt, but yeah, they're oblivious.
Oh my God, come up with something better, man. Like, couldn't Michele take the job at the department store and say that she owns a small department dime store shops? Like, just say that.
You can literally say anything besides what they said originally. I invented Post-its.
Post-its. And then what did Michele do? She invented the glue, or no. The original thing was that she decided on the color.
She designed the color.
She designed the color. No, like that had me just mad. Because it's like, you're not that, yeah, you are that dumb, I guess. But it's like, come up with something, like what in this, okay, so if I was writing the movie and I'm getting Lisa Kudrow in it, I would say that they invented the phalange. Right? I mean, that's clever writing at that point. Or am I wrong?
They invented the phalange, fingers and toes, Jordan. What?
Remember that? Remember that was Lisa Kudrow's thing in Friends.
Right. No, I get what you.
Yeah, with the plane thing. Like, I mean, and so like so they invented the phalange. These bimbo popular kids in school are not going to know what a phalange is, right?
But they do. That's the thing.
Well, they're pregnant. That's all they are. They're barefoot, pregnant in the kitchen. These girls are.
Just a girl in the world, Jordan.
I'm just saying. I mean, wouldn't that have been a clever writing? You and me at the writing table, be like, she invents phalanges because of Friends. You get it?
I'm telling you, buddy. There are times when we watch movies, and I think that maybe this is our fault, right? Yours and mine. When a movie like this, because I love me a dumb movie, and this is one such movie where I'm able, and you should have already expected this coming. You said that you knew what kind of movie this was, and because of that, push and play, like, okay, this is like Dumb and Dumber time. Don't think about it. Don't give any excuses. Just go along for the ride. And this movie doesn't pretend to be anything greater or smart. It's just a dumb kind of movie. That's why I love movie 42, 43, or whatever the hell the thing's called, because it's dumb. It's just stupid, and it's just like that's great. It's not trying to be that. But then there are other movies like Rebel Moon or Rebel Moon 2 where it's trying to take itself seriously, and it's like, this is dumb. This is really effing dumb, and I hate every part about it too. Movies that know that they're dumb, like this one, they play silly and they can have fun with it. And I feel like the actors who are in it, like Lisa Kudrow and Mira Sorvino, know that it's dumb. They're playing dumb people. They're playing dumb characters in dumb situations, and they're hamming it up. You can exaggerate a bit more with that too, and I think it shows a bit more on the camera, whereas other such movies is not the case, when people are really trying to sell it, and it just gets out of hand, and it gets It gets.
Right.
I wish I could use other words, but it gets really, really, really dumb.
But the difference between a movie like this and a movie like Dumb and Dumber is that Dumb and Dumber has a very actually good plot to it, which I'm not the only one that thinks that. And you have a very good serious kidnapping plot with idiots in the middle of it. And I just can't
giving it too much credit, man. This is a movie about it's in the title of the movie. It's about two women going to their high school reunion. From the beginning to the end, that's all it is.
I cannot tell you one reunion movie that was good. I'm really trying to think.
Zach and Mary Make a Porno.
That was not a high school reunion movie.
They literally go.
But that's not the title. I'm saying a movie that has the title.
Can you name any high school reunion movies?
Yeah, this one. There was another one that Gina had me watch. The one with what's his face? Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum. He was in a high school reunion movie. Channing Tatum was.
I don't. What movie was that?
Just Google it. Channing Tatum in a high school reunion movie. I don't know. And then
okay. Let me. I'm gonna look this up here, buddy. No, we're Step Up to the Streets. Is that what is Magic Mike?
American Reunion. That was terrible.
21 Jump Street. She's the Man. What are these? Hold on. I gotta look it up now.
There's a movie where Channing Tatum is in a high school reunion movie. I'm telling you.
Is it called High School Reunion?
Probably.
Jupiter Ascending? Is that what it is? G.I.
I'm
Joe
telling you.
Retaliation.
No, it's before all that stuff, bud.
Okay, I'll keep on going. Dear John?
No, before that too.
Supercross. He was in War of the Worlds?
Oh, he was.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I could be completely. I'm fine. I could be totally wrong that he was in it.
Step Up. She's the Man. Stop Loss Fighting. This is where we're at right now, buddy. Now
I know. I'm sorry. I'm wrong.
Okay. Now I gotta go Google high school reunion movies.
Yeah, because that's what I'm Googling right now. You got Class Reunion, which was terrible. Oh, God.
American Pie, American Reunion.
American Reunion was not good.
I think you're just saying that.
10 Years. 10 Years was the name of the movie. And it was Channing Tatum in 10 Years.
10-year reunion?
No, it was just called 10 Years. It starred Channing Tatum, Rosario Dawson, Chris Pratt, Justin Long. It's called Oscar Isaac was in it. Yeah, it's called 10 Year.
Grosse Point Blank.
Boom. No, you got to look up 10 Year, bud. Channing Tatum wasn't in high school. Yes, it was. It's called 10 Year.
The Big Chill.
Oh, my God. You're not going to look it up.
I believe you. I see it. 10 Year. Got it. Who cares?
Thank you. Well, I'm trying to prove my point.
What, that the one movie that you're bringing up for high school reunion movies? I don't know what you want.
I'm looking at all of these. They're terrible. Hot Tub Time Machine is not a high school reunion movie.
Are you going to say? Okay, hold on a second. Are we doing Die Hard logic here, where if a movie has a high school reunion in it, it's a high school reunion movie, or a movie that's completely based around a high school reunion? Because again, you're saying The Big Chill is a bad movie.
Is that technically a high school reunion movie?
It's a reunion.
Does the whole plot revolve around them going to a reunion?
It's a college reunion.
Okay, but that Big Chill is fine. That could be the exception to the rule. I will rephrase and say that majority.
No, they're together, not of a party, but like, didn't they get together from a death? One of their friends died.
This is why we haven't had Breakfast Club 2, right? Because reunion movies are not generally good. Bud.
Well, because it's a reunion. Like, we all know what to expect, right? Because we watched Romy and Michelle's high school reunion, and it's all the same thing, where you aren't what you wanted to be, and now you have to embellish it a bit more, right?
which is fine, and then we get this weird thing where they walk in and they have businesswoman suits, and they're talking, and I look at my wife and I was like, is this a dream sequence? Like, where's the doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo? That doesn't happen. Like, and all of a sudden, this weird person, when Lisa Kudrow's making out with some weird dude named Sandy Cheeks or something.
Yep.
Making out in a limo, right, and her top's off, and that's weird. And like, she's like old for some reason. Buddy, as you can tell, with how I'm moving this show along, I'm losing interest as we go. I mean,
I don't think you ever had interest.
No, I had a little bit of interest, but then by the time the dream sequence ended, buddy, it was hard for the movie to keep my attention. I think I was in the bathroom the second half.
How do you love Rebel Moon 2?
I don't love Rebel Moon 2. I gave it a
hate
small.
This movie.
I gave it a small.
How do you love Rebel Moon 1?
I don't love. I gave it a medium. Love is a large, bud. I'm just saying. Oh, this movie's terrible. I can't believe Sarah made me do this.
I'm sure she's loving it right now. Listen, as I'm watching this movie, and we're at the dream sequence, is what you're talking about, right? Where it gets a little bit ridiculous. Where after it continues, you're just like you said, it's like, is this a dream sequence? And then we find out, like, oh yeah, this is definitely a dream sequence.
Right.
And then she wakes up, and then she actually goes to the reunion, which is a fine transition, by the way, too, because there's that part for every time you go to a high school reunion that most movies maybe even have, but even in reality, where you have expectation and then you have reality. Going in there thinking, oh, well, this is what's going to happen, but it never happens like that.
Never does.
Yeah. And this does the kind of stereotypical thing where they go in and the bimbos, the A group, the mean girls are still mean, and they're pregnant and barefoot, like you said, and their husbands kind of treat them like garbage. But then everything comes up Milhouse, right? Because
right. But I do like Regina George. Right, like the mean one.
Yeah.
Where she wanted to be like a news anchor or something like that, and they were like, "Oh my God, are you a news anchor?" And she's like, "Sweetie, no, I'm pregnant with number 3. This is." And then I love the actress actually. I actually give her this one. No BS, because the camera goes on Regina George, if you will. And when she says, "No, honey, I'm fulfilling my destiny," or whatever, something like that, and then she could tell that she's bothered by saying that, she's like, "Oh, I'm so happy right now." And it's like, you ain't happy worth nothing. I love this because it's so true. You're miserable, And she married the Joe Jock, who is in real estate investment. Man, they just give real estate licenses to any dipshit, don't they?
Back in the 90s, of course.
Oof. And yeah, I'm sorry, man. I checked out.
Sure. We'll keep on going on your little hate rant there, because I have nothing but just to say that this is the movie that I expected. It's a movie that I remembered. It's just another dumb 90s movie, hour and a half, and because of it, I was able to enjoy some of the little jokes that they had. I giggled at a few, just because it is silly, it is dumb, and I shifted gears early on in the movie to not expect a whole lot, and because of it, I took the seatbelt off and I was in for my bumpy ride.
I was waiting for the moment, right? Because I respect Sarah and her opinion, and when she was like, "Guys, there's not a lot of female stardom in your buddy retrospective series for this season. We got to do something." Then you're not instantly we're like Thelma and Louise, right? Because that's classic. And then she was like, "No, we're thinking of this one." Then you giggled when we picked this, because I never heard of it. And I was expecting, there would be some sort of a gem in this. You know what I mean? Like, there would be something in it to where I'm like, oh, okay, I get why this movie's so, okay.
You expected like some sort of Scorsese moment here, or like
I'm expecting
some
like a nice
monologue
kissy
moment?
I'm expecting like some like romantic kissing scene in the rain, or something very stereotypical, for this kind of a movie. Like I'm not expecting something to make me weep. I'm just looking for something that that's going to make me go, oh, okay, I see why this movie is considered a cult classic. Like I get why there's a lot of crappy movies that are considered cult classics, because those movies have that one thing, that one scene, or that one line, or that one image, or something. This movie doesn't have anything to remember it by. Like I don't know why we picked this. like I mean, Gina's even seen this. She was like, "Oh, you're gonna hate this." I'm just like, why do we pick this then? It's like there's nothing in this that is memorable at all. Not a single one.
Jeez, you are going in real hard, bud.
Tell me I'm wrong, though. I mean, honestly, tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, so in the 90s, and even before then, okay, you had movies that were you had a larger role of comedy movies that were very much dominated by males, right? So, what movies can you think of are female centric, that are main characters, that are comedies? Because this movie, and like I said before,
that are comedies, that's hard.
Yeah, exactly. So like this movie and something like Clueless kind of give that angle that isn't a rom-com, by the way, too, because every other damn movie for females is going to be a rom-com. It's all going to have just like you said, the stereotypical ending where the white knight comes in at the end and I've always loved you, even since high school, kind of. And this is whole dumb trope over and over and over and over again. I mean, but at the same part, when it does happen, something like in 10 Things I Hate About You, where it does have that big monologue moment, you said you still hated that, right?
Yeah, but I at least understand why, though. Just because I hate something doesn't mean I don't understand it, right?
So
like
if this movie gave you understanding, you're still gonna hate it, and then you're gonna.
I mean, like, okay, how about this? God, there's tons of movies that are out there that I don't like that people love, but I understand why they like it.
I don't know. Sister Act.
Okay, no, I don't like Sister Act.
You don't like Sister Act?
Nobody likes Sister Act.
Jordan, you can. I'm right now. I'm hearing about this for the first time. You can go ahead and eat it, buddy. Are you serious? Sister Act is a gem. Are you serious? Is a gem of a movie. It is classic. Yeah. Oh my goodness, buddy. Are you serious?
Dirty Dancing would be one that comes to mind, right? Like Dirty Dancing is a movie that I've avoided for years until we've done the Year of Love retrospective series of 2 years ago. And I ended up giving that one of the highest reviews, right? Because I got what it was doing. I may not have liked it, but I got it. With a movie like this, there was nothing. 10 Things I Hate About You had that moment, right? Clueless has that moment. So all I'm trying to say, and if I'm saying it clearly, is that if a movie is considered a cult classic, in my opinion, in that definition of cult classic, there was something that's in the movie that was missed by critics and fans when it originated, but now it's beloved because of X. And because this movie is classified as a cult classic, what is it that's in it that I am missing, that I'm not getting, why people love it?
It's a cult classic. It means it has a small following of that people
love. Blade Runner's a cult classic.
So's Biodome.
That's a better movie than this. Come on.
Are you serious?
Airheads is a cult classic.
Airheads is another cult classic. Sure. It doesn't mean that it's good.
It's a better movie than this.
To whose standards?
To mine. You're going to sit here and tell me that Airheads is not a better movie than Rami and Michelle's?
Buddy, you lost all credibility when you said you didn't like Sister Act. You're telling me that...
Are you actually digging on Sister Act? Like, this is not a
Buddy,
skit?
The world is digging on Sister Act. You are not, for some reason. I don't understand
how the hell... I
haven't
seen Sister Act since I was a child. Are you sitting here telling me that this is something? Like, next you're going to tell me that
It's got its own musical.
Journey is amazing. What?
Sister Act has its own musical. It won American Comedy Awards, but I
didn't know that was.
It won a Golden Globe.
I didn't know it was that popular. I all remember is the sequel, which
it won a Kids' Choice Award.
So did Rosie O'Donnell. Doesn't make it good.
There you go.
You like that one?
Yeah. What'd she win for? Harriet the Spy?
I think so. I think so. That's where I'm getting at, is that, I've said it 1,000 times, and maybe when I see Sarah again, she'll tell me why, but it's just like, all these classic films have something, and this movie doesn't have anything. This movie is very bland. It's very dry, and meaning that it's basic characters. This movie is the same category as Crossroads with Britney Spears.
What?
I'm dead serious. Yeah, I mean, like, this movie does nothing for me. It's a very stupid
same
movie.
category is what? Those are two different movies.
Same category, meaning that there's nothing to it. It follows stupid people doing stupid things. It's in the same category as Crossroads, Road Trip, National Lampoon's Senior Trip. It's that stupid stuff that just
okay, so I was going back into movies that know they're dumb and movies that don't. Crossroads is a perfect one that thinks it's being serious, but it's a dumb movie. Anything National Lampoon's very much knows it's dumb, and it plays to its dumbness very well. Just like this movie. I would agree that this movie is more in the National Lampoon category than it is for a Crossroads category.
Fine, I was trying to insult the movie. I'm sorry.
What, Crossroads?
No, this movie I just didn't like it. It just wasn't my bag, baby. Like, it just.
I'm trying, and you know what? You're allowed to not like it. I'm trying to tell you why it's a cult classic, though, because it's giving some representation in a category that didn't often, for people who don't have any representation in the era, right? Because when did Clueless come out?
95, 96.
So this is 95. So this came out after that, so I'm pretty sure this might be a Clueless. How about that? Would be better that this is a Clueless clone? Kind of seeing the success of this movie.
I'm Googling it right now. You have some big ones. You have Pretty Woman in 90. That's considered a comedy. A League of Their Own.
That's a rom-com.
92. Well, okay, a League of Their Own.
That's a dramedy. Come on, that's a drama of anything.
First Wives Club in 96.
Okay, hey, there you go. You don't know.
Death Becomes Her in 92.
Okay.
Death Becomes Her in 92. That movie's amazing. Gina doesn't know it, and I want to show her. You got She's All That. Not She's All That.
That's
Practical Magic in 98. Practical Magic. Oh my God, I forgot. That's right. 9 years later, Richard Gere and Julie Roberts comes together again with Runaway Bride. Is that the sequel to Pretty Woman, you think?
Bum.
It Takes Two, baby, right there. It Takes Two. Oh, here we go. The gem. Waiting to Exhale in 95.
With Angela Bassett?
With also Whitney Houston.
Oh, that's what. Yeah.
I mean, come on. So you got Girl Interrupted in 99. Fried Green Tomatoes. Come on.
Oh, yeah, the comedy that is Fried Green Tomatoes.
Now and Then.
Hey, that's actually that's a good example.
Right. My Best Friend's Wedding. We reviewed that. It's a rom-com, though.
Yeah. No, that's a good example there, buddy, of some representation there.
I'm just trying to say, like, women were
there again. Now and Then is
how Stella
more...
got her group back. Boom.
Now and Then is like the girl equivalent to Sandlot.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
But I mean, we're getting off track. We're just talking about different movies. And listen, I agree. I'm not trying to say this movie is some sort of revolutionary kind of like, oh my God, it's gonna be remembered in the time capsule for ages and ages. Of course,
I actually disagree with you. I think it will. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Why is that?
Because of the 90s nostalgia. I mean, how amazing is it that I've never seen this movie at all in my life, and all around me the 90s is coming back, right? Because our generation is trying to bring it back, and this movie is a movie that we're reviewing, right? I mean, like, if I want to pick 1997 in LA, this movie is spot on, right? The music, the fashion, the way the girls talk to each other. Like, this is 90s. 100%. Like, this is real 90s. This ain't like that fake 90s, like, I mean, like, nobody's wearing teal and purple all the time. You know what I mean? Like, this is real 90s.
I think this is L.A. in the 90s. And yeah,
Hey.
I would agree. But then Clues did the same thing. I don't know. I would think that like Empire Records is probably a good prediction or a good depiction of what 90s actually was. Just because it gives all of the cliche people, right? Whether it be kind of the bop girls like this, or the alternative girls, or the grunge. I don't know, but that's just to me.
Yeah, I just
Mallrats.
overall. I'm gonna go for my rating.
Sure.
I don't like it, obviously. It's just not my bag, baby. I don't get why it's a cult classic yet. Somebody explain it to me. I'm sure they will on Instagram. But I don't want to disrespect it either, because I do feel like there is some moments in it that is fun, but just so few, far in between. So to give it respect, I will give it a small.
Okay. And then what would you give it if it was just you and me talking on the phone?
No bag. No bag. I hate this movie. Never going to watch it again. But out of respect for it being classified as a cult classic, there is something there that people love. And I will not dog on a cult classic, because I do like quite a few cult classics. So I will give this a small. It's garbage, but it's garbage that you look at and go, hey, look at that.
I, on the other hand, will give it a medium. I don't
wow.
think. Yeah. Hey, hold on. Let me read our system, because in case you forgot it here, medium is a medium that is okay film. Is an okay film with issues showing. This movie has issues showing. However, the film is considered good enough to check out. Listen, this is a time capsule movie, just like you said, of the 90s. I'm not going to say that it's not worth checking out. It's a dumb movie, and if you like dumb movies, then check this movie out. I am one to have much like dumb movies. Is it a great movie? No. By no means necessary is this considered a great movie. Is it the must see? Put it down. You go, oh my god, you gotta check it out. No, of course not. Is my daughter gonna see it eventually when she grows up? Yeah, most definitely she will. Just because it's one of those where I will show in nostalgia, just like, hey, this is what the 90s kind of was like. These are the kind of movies that we had. 90-minute runtime, that's fine. Movies that not try to overcomplicate me with any sort of story, with any layered intricacy like Dumb and Dumber of the final that you had said, by the way, too. I'm saying that you're putting it that's number one. That's the finger that you're showing me right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, number one, bud.
It's a dumb movie that's enjoyable. I'm not gonna watch this movie back to back. I've seen it, and I'm probably good for another 10 years. Just when I go back to my high school reunion, yeah. But it captures a time in your life of the high school reunion to where it's kind of true, where you are going to lie to try to impress people, but instead of trying to impress these people, just be yourself. I don't need to impress you. I'm going to do my thing, and ultimately they get rewarded for being it at the end. That's honestly what it is. But more often than not, it's just a cult classic because it's something you don't have to think about. It's a dumb movie.
It's a very dumb movie.
It's fine. You can enjoy that for that. I like it for those reasons. I also find Lisa Kudrow to be very charming in this movie. I like her character. She plays a very Lisa Kudrow character, but it worked then and it works now. I dislike the way that she perceives herself, her confidence. I feel bad for Mira Sorvino. Obviously, I think is a great actress. If everyone wants to check her out at something a little bit more, I don't know, extreme, you can see like I don't know, Summer of Sam.
Oh God, she was in that.
Yeah, she played John Leguizamo's wife, I believe, or At First Sight with Val Kilmer.
Oh.
Where he plays a blind guy who gets his sight back.
Right.
Nice little rom-com before she got blacklisted from Hollywood. But that's flat out what it is. The director of this is a longtime producer of The Simpsons, and I can see kind of the humor in this. A lot of the flash cuts, a lot of the flashback cuts to the jokes that were the jokes a lot of the time. And again, that's just kind of that 90s sort of humor that works, where you have a scene or a set that is elaborately kind of budgeted just for one joke, for 2 seconds of a joke. I get it, that's fine. But the characters are dumb. Ramon, annoying as hell. A lot of the high school people are annoying as hell. I get it, but they play kind of to the no surprise character, and the nerd wins in the end because he invented some sort of rubber for the shoes, and he gets both the girls, and then the girls get the job because of the one girl who saw their talent, gives them a shot, yada yada. Wrap it up with a bow at the end. Uh, I get it. That's fine. This is a easy watch, kind of a Sunday afternoon kind of a movie. Shouldn't be anything else. But that's about it. Are you going to remember any scene in here? I don't know. Maybe the dance scene at the end?
No, I'm not going to remember anything. But there's one thing that I do know for sure is I got to go back on our website and redefine our popcorn rating. So you start stop. So you stop saying, "Well, our website says," Jordan.
I'm going by what you wrote, bud. I'm just going by your system. You gave a small bag here, a film that is not very good, involving many issues. We do not think you should check out this movie, but go ahead if you must.
We agreed that this was the system.
Okay, and I gave it a medium, and you gave it a small. Right. What would you give Sister Act?
Dude,
you son of a bitch, tell me right now.
I can't. I haven't seen it since I was a child. I haven't seen it since probably 11 years old, dude.
We're gonna do a marathon. We're gonna watch Sister Act 1 and 2.
Okay, for next year, let's do musical 90s.
Yeah, because you love musicals.
God, I hate musicals.
Lauryn Hill was in the second one.
Yeah, no, what's it called? Back in Action? Is that the sequel?
Back in the Habit or something like that?
Oh my good God.
That's
all I remember. Yeah, Back in the Habit. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Well, I think we've talked enough about this, right? You and I clearly do not agree. Sarah, sorry.
Let's watch it again and review it some more, another hour.
If you have an hour to spare. But it just wasn't my thing. But maybe next one when we do another buddies, because we have some good ones coming up soon. But I will give the movie this though. I will give Sarah props on this. When we sat down and we said we're going to do a buddies retrospective for this season, she picked this movie and she goes, "This is definitely a buddy movie," and she was not lying. These are just two best friends, best friending it up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So this actually meets the definition of our retrospective this season. This does.
It does.
It's a large bag on that one. It meets the expectations. But Eric, thanks so much for joining me. But like everybody else, check us out on Movie Guys Podcast at podbay.com, wherever you get your podcast from. We are on, and we'll be back next Thursday for another awesome episode. Have a good night. DeLorean.
Oh, nice.
An actual real DeLorean was just, and of course I'm in my truck and it's higher up, but that little thing's small.
Yeah, those things will get run over.
I've never seen a DeLorean in real life, right?
I feel like the front end of it is basically built like a ramp, so you could just probably, if you get a head-on collision of that, you're going over.
No wonder why those things didn't sell. That thing was more gaudy than the Cybertruck. I mean, that was literally like, hey, look at me. I don't know how to spend money. Like, that was bad.
Buddy, I'm in an area where people have too much money to spend.
Right.
And they buy the dumbest crap. I'm not even. I've seen Batmobiles. I've seen the Ghostbuster car. I've seen many a Jurassic Park Jeeps. I've seen the Mystery Machine. But I've seen also high end cars as well too. I've seen
No
your
pussy wagon?
Lambos. I've seen. I haven't seen that yet. But I've seen the Lambos. I've seen the Ferraris. I've seen all sorts of Porsches and whatever.